day 3. I was on a stretcher in my own street, on my own block, in front of my own house, being transferred from a chair stretcher to a full stretcher, while I just laid there thinking, what is happening right now? My husband had been on the phone yelling that his wife was unresponsive. I'd given myself the EpiPen in the bathroom and collapsed. I had no idea I had gone down until I woke up to paramedics and police surrounding me. My whole face was blown up. And somewhere in the fog of coming back, I thought, how did I not see this coming? Hi there, this is day 3 of Turquoise Rising. The body keeps the score. It keeps the score whether you're paying attention or not. Are you too busy to listen, or too exhausted to care, or too determined to keep going, to stop long enough to feel what is actually happening underneath all of it? The body keeps score, and eventually it finds a way to make itself heard. Mine had been speaking to me my entire life. I did not always know how to listen. I come from a family where the body told the truth whether you wanted it to or not. My father died at 53. Wegener's granulomatosis, a rare autoimmune disease that took him over the course of years. My mother had Graves' disease and ultimately hypothyroidism. She died at 65. I'm turning 53 this month, and I have Hashimoto's. It's not a coincidence. That's a lineage. For most of my adult life, I've had some health issues I keep trying to solve in isolation, as if each one was its own separate problem with its own separate answer. In college, I had deep lower abdominal pain for years. Doctor after doctor, no answers. It was not until my first miscarriage that they discovered I had 2 uterus. A 2-hour reconstructive laparoscopic surgery ended 8 years of pain. 8 years I'd been carrying that and calling it normal. In my 30s, I went to doctor after doctor, feeling horrible all the time. Migraines, asthma, lupus markers, rheumatoid markers. I was tested again and cleared and tested again. And then in 2013, my mom had just passed. My marriage was shattering, and my body, which had been absorbing the grief and the load and the loss for years, finally had enough. The anaphylactic reaction happened at home. My whole face blew up. I made it to the bathroom and gave myself the EpiPen, and I collapsed. I woke up to paramedics and police, and my husband on the phone yelling that his wife was unresponsive. And then I was outside on a stretcher in my street thinking, what is going on? Food allergies, shellfish, mollusks, gluten. Gave it up. No more asthma, no more migraines, no more husband. The body knew before the mind did. That's the whole sentence. I started an integrative medicine program at one point, weekends away. I couldn't make it work. I was traveling too much and too worried about what was happening at home to give it what it needed. I always knew there was an environmental piece to all of this. I could not just put together how truly dysregulated I was. It was always in the back of my mind that my dad had been through so much, and I did not want to allow history to repeat itself. But I did not know how to stop it. And then September, October 2026 arrived. 13 years after that stretcher in my street, and my body responded in a way I was not expecting. First thing I noticed, my jaw. I clenched my teeth. I always have. My dentist told me this for years. I had TMJ, and I never quite believed him. I believe him now. The clenching started to ease. The neck and shoulder tension that I had been carrying for years started to lift. My eczema, which flares under sustained stress, began to calm. And my bloating started to calm down. And then the thing that surprised me most, I genuinely wanted to move again, walking. Every morning, Rico and I down to the beach and the Intracoastal, watching the sky before the sunrise, breathing salt air and letting the water do what no office ever could. My mom once told me she felt sorry for me because of my racing mind, that there was never a moment of peace for me. She saw it. Even though it came out as planning and moving and doing and needing to please and always being available for everyone else, she saw it before I could. What she described, that peace, I'm finally getting glimpses. And then the actual moments of it. And when the mind is at peace, the body flows and releases in ways I've forgotten were possible. The body knew the whole time, both times. The stretcher in the street in 2013 and the beach at sunrise in 2026. 13 years apart, the same body finally being heard. This is day 3, 90 days live and unfiltered. If you're in your own reinvention, come and walk with Rico and I. Subscribe below and rise out loud.